Yeah, Chirag bhai, can you start the program?
Yes. Okay. Good evening. We request all attendees to check a link in the chat box and participate in this poll. It is a very small poll, and we'll announce the result soon. We'd like to thank BMA team, our President Sri Deepak Shah, our Vice President Nimil Bakshi, our Secretary Sri Kalpesh Shah, our Treasurer Sri Saraj Jain. Also, thanks to today's speaker for considering our request of coming to BMA and giving his time from his busy schedule. Also, thanks to all attendees for participating and attending this program. We'll check the result of this poll. I'll also participate and I will submit my vote. Let's check the results. Okay. We got the results. Majority of participants are saying they are not using generic medicines. Content of these medicines are same, which is prescribed by the doctors. Then also we are not using a generic medicine. We know the answer. Like small companies, even though they are absolutely fantastic, best in their medicines, but they were not able to create a brand in the market. Big companies, they have big teams, a lot of marketing strategies, a lot of fund for marketing. So they are getting success in creating their brand. Today's topic is similar to this. Your image is your brand. About speaker, Mr. Parimal Shah, is business and life coach, brand management consultant, CEO of Genie Consultancy, Vice Chairman of Chetna Group of Industries, Business Development at Textile and Packaging Industries since 2000. He is embarked trainer in finishing school and initiative by KCG, which is Knowledge Constitution of Gujarat, Education Department, Government of Gujarat. Now we request our guest speaker, Parimal Shah, to take over from this.
Thank you, Mr. Chirag. So, good evening, participants. I hope this evening will be more memorable for you. And I'm sure that while you join this webinar, you all would be having a higher expectations by me that you should or you get some concrete results or solutions or some tips to create a brand for your products or services or probably for yourself itself as well. So let me share my screen first. I hope that my screen is now visible to all. Mr. Chirag, please kindly endorse that it is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Fine, that's fantastic. So your image is your brand. So this webinar is, I have divided in two parts. One is about for the business people who are into business, who are selling their products, who are providing certain services. So for them, certain things are useful and certain things are for the professionals or the people, even the people who are doing job. So how you can escalate or enhance your brand, because individually again we are a brand, right? So whatever people think about us, that is an image of us and that is a brand of us, right? So it is divided in two parts. So first of all, I wish that you all participants should be interactive. You should have interaction with me continuously because I need some your um, means your opinions on us, answers on certain questions. Just give me the answers of these brands. These are certain symbols or logos of very renowned brands across the globe. Are these brands yes or no? What do you think? Are these brands yes or no? You can definitely write in chat box. Now I can see that yes, yes, yes. Why? Why are these brands? Why? Why these are brands? Why these are famous? What qualities they have? What qualities they have? Top of mind recall, amazing. What qualities they have, and because of those qualities, we prefer these companies as a brand. Consistency, Shrey, very fantastic part because Raymond was a brand with 25 years ago, still it is a brand. Establish a name and identity. Very good, Param Doshi. I'm expecting some other answers, some more answers. Okay, so let me go with what is brand. So brand is all about quality. If your product is not having a good quality, it will never become a brand. As we have seen that Apple, Taj, or Mercedes-Benz or Raymond, all these qualities are having a quality when that company comments, and till now these all are brand because they are providing the quality as they will start what they were providing earlier. The quality you will have to provide continuously. Another is that service what you provide. Once you go to the Taj hotels, I think so among you, many of you would have visited Taj in your lifetime. Means once, at least once you have visited. The services what they provide are outstanding, wow creating services. So if you provide the services, so definitely you are a brand. Good services, values. If you have some good values in your products or services, then definitely you are a brand, or your business is brand, or your products are brand. Identity, as I think so one person mentioned that identity, they have some unique identity. So identity is all about brand. Commitment. 25 years ago, if we are having a wedding ceremony at our home, and if you want to gift suit and suit material to our son-in-law, then what was the first brand we just thought about? So definitely we all will give the answer that it was Raymond. Till now, even today, if you want to gift the suit material, the fabric material, then definitely the first name will come in our mind is Raymond. So that commitment, the quality they were having earlier, still they are maintaining the quality. The services what they provided in their initial time, the same services they are providing. The values, whatever values they were adding in their products, the same values. In fact, they are adding more values in their products. The identity, they have definitely created something outstanding identity in market. The commitment, at that time they were committed, still they are committed. Satisfaction, see, they are providing good things, that is okay, but either we are satisfied or not. So we are satisfied. Once you get an apple phone, definitely you will have a satisfaction. Yeah, I am having one of the best company mobile phone in my hand. So definitely satisfaction should be there. Well accepted, people should accept that. Sometimes a product is good, services are good, everything is good, but it is not well accepted, then it is not brand. Leading ahead, Mercedes was always leading ahead. Even today it is a leading brand in all, among all automobile sectors segment. And consistency, I think so one of our friend mentioned that consistency, the same values, same services, same identity, same commitment, all these values, these brands are having a strong position in the market till now. So brand is all about. So if you add all these values in you, definitely your business, you will become brand, or your business will become your brand, or your products will become brand. It will be famous. It will be famous. So how to build a brand? How can we build a brand? Can anyone tell how we can build a brand? I think so. Many of us would be knowing that advertisement. Oh, my voice is little low. Just just a minute. Let me go through my voice. Everything. 1 minute. Just give me a 1 minute. Let me check it out. All the things.
The voice is clear.
Now clear.
Clear, absolutely clear. No
Okay,
issue.
fine. Thank you, sir. So how to build a brand? Can anyone tell me how to build a brand? If you want to build a brand, communication of activities, okay. Any other things? So number one, okay, I'm getting some good answers. Feedback and improvement, okay, that's great. So far, let me come up with certain points which I want to share with you. Number one is object. Number two is concept. Number three is creativity. Let me share about what is object. When you start any business or when you start any providing any services, you must have a clear object why you have started, whom you want to target. If whatever you are doing and which is not matching with the object when you started your business, then there are brighter chances that your business will go down. So your object must be cleared all the time while you are doing operations for a business or while you are building brand, right? I will give you some examples later on. Concept. See, if you develop certain concepts to promote your brand or to market your brand, then there are brighter chances to get good results on your promotions or on your marketing or your branding activities or on your advertisements. Creativity, definitely we all know that we must have some creativity. We must develop certain creativities, either it is on social media or through newspaper advertisement or billboards or any XYZ. If we go through creativity, definitely we can build a good brand position into the market. Unique, we must be unique. Definitely, we all know that we must be unique. And the last point is that whatever ad campaigns we run or whatever branding activities, whatever we do, whatever communication we do, it must have a clear-cut message. So our customers or whatsoever people are communicated or connected with us, they should get some good message out of that brand building activities. Let's see all these things, all these qualities or all these points in detail. Number one, first you have to understand, you get the results where you keep efforts. For an example, there are 5 ports, right? And in the ports where you just, in certain ports, you don't pour water. In certain ports, you just pour water and you just give sunlight to certain ports and you are not giving sunlight to certain ports. So what happened? In some ports, you will grow your crop. In some ports, you will not grow your food. So what happened? Where you keep your efforts, you will get some results. So now you have to be very precise that whatever you are doing for your branding or brand promotions, you must be clear that what I need: fame, name and fame, business, clear-cut profit. So your object is clear, then you will start getting the results accordingly. For an example, you will see the advertisement of Mercedes-Benz in either in newspaper or magazines or billboards. So there will be, I think, so mentioning that luxury part of that cars or special features about those cars, right? But there is no mention about the price. Then it is a continuous branding. They just want to promote their luxury. But once they give advertisement with that the lowest EMI, like for example 40,000 EMI, or just it is available on the 2 lakhs down payment, means they are coming up with specific message, specific communication. So they will start getting some good responses out of that advertisement because they are very much clear. We want some customers with this my unique concept or this object. So you get the results when you keep efforts. So you must be clear, either you are doing job or you are doing business or you are providing services. What you want, that should be very much clear in your minds. And because of that, your efforts will be in that direction and you will get the results as per your efforts. This is my company. This is he is my client. The brand name is Tiox. It is owned by the Jivraj Group of Industries Limited in Surat, which is a very renowned name in tea industries. So we develop an object because we are selling our tea in local markets, in many retail outlets, many big shops like Big Bazaar and Deerasons and many more. But we wanted to spread our tea into corporates and companies where people have tea at your offices. So we set some objects that we should provide a good vending machine with a good premises, tea premises. So I asked my customer, means he's a CEO of that company, Mr. Chintan Shah. Chintan bhai, you have to develop a good premises because even in fact I don't like the machine tea. Means I hate the machine tea. If someone offers me a machine tea in their company, I do not like to have that tea. So I suggested him that you have to develop the amazing premixes, and he developed. Then after we started promoting Desi Chai Ka Maza a machine name. That was an object. Because I want to clear cut message, I want to convey the clear cut message to my customers that if you want, because see, we like that kulhar tea, that tapri wala tea, right? So with the same concept, with the same premixes, we launched our this machine with and our premixes, the Desi Chai Ka Maza of machinery, and now we are your office partner. And then we started getting good results out of this advertisement or promotions. This is again a good story of Surat. There is a very famous sweet maker in Surat, and he started a very lavish restaurant in Surat Textile Market. I am not just revealing the name of that company right now. So once I entered into that restaurant, I found that it was an amazing ambience. The food was definitely undoubtedly amazing, delicious. But after some days, when I was just passing through that restaurant, I found that samosa kachori had cooked this well. I was surprised. This is amazing marketing strategy, and because of this hoarding, because of this standee, they were getting many businesses. They were getting many customers in that restaurant. But after some time, after some months, or within 6 months, that restaurant was closed. Why? Can anyone give me the reason why? In fact, they were getting good customers. They were getting good footfall in their restaurant, but suddenly they found that they were not able to run that restaurant. Why? Yeah, I'm getting some good positioning is changed. Good positioning and secure the mind. Absolutely. Because they started the restaurant with the objective that they wanted to serve the royal people, the business class people. But while this started promoting the samosa kachori rupees at 12, then we found that the lariwala and that any layman kind of people started entering into that restaurant, and they were also enjoying the AC restaurant with having samosa kachori at rupees 12. So object was changed, and because of that changing object, they were not getting the customers what they were expecting, and the time came when they needed to shut down their restaurant. The name of that restaurant, I'm just putting, but I'm not interested to reveal this name. So you should be clear about the object while you are doing any branding activities. This is a concept. Let me tell me about the concept. We all know that celebrations kuch meetha ho jaye, and this is a concept kuch meetha ho jaye. We always see the advertisement by Dairy Milk. They always promote this kuch meetha ho jaye while Raksha Bandhan come or Diwali come. Why? Because they came up with a concept that if a lady or a sister who is going for a Rakhi, they can go with celebrations that chocolate dibba instead of this mithai dibba. And it is again cheaper because if we go with the Kaju Katri, it is now available with the cost of around 900 rupees per kg or 800 rupees per kg. On the other side, we are getting a big celebration box having a cost around 200, 300, or 400, max to max 500. So what they started with, they gave a concept of kuch meetha, means we can give chocolates instead of sweets, and in that business. The same thing we also develop for our customers. It is our Tiox. We connected our brand Teox, means we connected our tea with the sports. Whatever sports activities are happen in Surat, like people, a participant of that event, they want to test tea. If I come to Baroda, like in your city, and if I say what is the famous product of Baroda, Bakharwadi, right? Suppose you will take me to the Jagdish and you will just make me coming to Baroda, and I will tell you that let me please take me at Jagdish. I want to buy that Bakharwadi. The reason that taste is here. Not it is not necessary that you just develop a concept in your promotions and you for a longer period. And no one, not it is not. So if you are unique, or if you bring some with some creativity in your business, definitely you will be on a little step ahead than any other person. Here is a fantastic advertisement of Volkswagen. It is a picture of Ravan. He cut his all 9 heads now because he wants to. He can't stop or he can't resist himself to drive this Volkswagen. So this kind of creativity we can also bring in our promotions or in our business. These are again the few examples of creativity. See the parachute and there is a wrist manufacturing company here. That company's name is not mentioned over here, but creativity. It is very clear cut mentioning that how these brands are effective. So there is nothing much saying in this advertisement, but anyone can understand that what about this product. I think so few people across India would be knowing about these two gentlemen. One is Harsa PJ, electrical engineer and MD, and this is Dr. Ajay Hegde. These two people are very good friends since their college time. In 2008 or 9, there was only iPod available in Indian market. And Harsha was having that iPod, and suddenly he found that his iPod was not working. So he was started finding the right workshop or the place where he could repair his iPod. But he found when he went to the Apple shop, Apple store, the people of that Apple store, they said, "Sorry, sir, we can't repair this product. But what we can do, we can replace this product with a new product. You are supposed to give some extra money, some difference money for this product." So he found that why can't we repair this product? Then he and his friend Dr. Ajay Hegde started identifying that how can we repair. And then they in 2009 or 2010 they started iRepair company in Bangalore, and now they are having by the name of iRepair having centers at Bangalore, Hyderabad, Manipal, and Chennai. Even Apple company have never decided and never thought about that our products can be repaired, and they are doing, and almost they have crossed more than 10 crores turnover by in this company in a very short time period. Probably the figure whatever I'm telling you, that is 2-3 years before, it can be more. The centers can be definitely more. So you can develop your business, you can start something new, unique, right? Okay, in your promotion, in your brand building exercise or activities, your message should be very much clear. Here you can see that there is a one shop on his billboard, on his that name tag is written that mobile repairing. The competitor came just beside that shop, and he started his shop with fast mobile repairing. Message is very much clear. You just come to a shop, will repair your mobile immediately or rapidly. You cannot imagine in the time what we can deliver you your mobile with repairing. So whatever activity you do in brand building, your message should be very much clear what you want to deliver. And if you are capable, if you are having a confidence to deliver, you should promote that thing. Because that if you are confident, then definitely you will get some good results. So your message should be clear that what message you want to convey to your customers. So this is again now I'm coming on our own brand Teox. After pandemic in last year, where once that lockdown was open and it was unlocked. So pandemic ke baad bhi bahar, because people were scary to bring a chai, because I don't know whether I'm bringing tea or corona. So we came up with a concept that we just install our tea vending machine at your office and have a tea fearlessly. So, and then again, we came up with a concept that now the prices in every industries are going up, but we are providing just cutting chai at ₹4. So our message is very much clear. If you want to cost cutting in your chai, just go with our vending machine and just have a best kulhar tea. The whatever tea we get from that tapri wala, the same tea you will have from our vending machine. So your message should be very much clear. And we provide the same because our customers are still retaining. They are continuously giving orders to our company. So then we can definitely have that confidence. The products whatever we are providing with the quality are there definitely up to the mark. Branding is a continuous process. I think so. You all people would be knowing that on social media now we have ample resources or ample platforms to promote our brands. Even we can just develop a video and just keep on our social status on WhatsApp. People will see that what activities we are doing. So there are many options on social media through which we can promote our brands or promote our business or services. Radio, TV, definitely we all know very well. Newspapers and magazine success stories where people can come to know that what kind of success stories of about us. Public figure, you can be a public figure. For this is public figure. This is for definitely people who want to develop themselves as a brand. Public relation, how your relation with your means PR activities, how you can get name and fame through your activities, whatever activities you do. Maybe it may be through your CSR, perfect publicity, and influence promotion. There are certain processes which are very famous in brand development activities. So using this kind of activities, you can uplift or enhance your brand. And for that, if you are stuck, if you are not, if you are confused how to use all these platforms for your brand, or which are most suitable for your brands, then definitely you can hire a consultant like us. Let me give a small example. When we started, Juvraj Industries means earlier they were selling their tea by the name of Juvraj. Still they are selling. But while we started Teox, so we had a concept that company to customer, we never supplied this tea to any retailers or any shopkeepers. If you just send message or WhatsApp, now we are having our app. Through this kind of platform, if you give a message to us, within 24 hours, we'll deliver to you our tea. That is for South Gujarat only. Surat to Vapi, Tapi to Vapi. Okay, so at that time, the owner of those company asked me, Parimal, let's have some billboards to just promote our brand Teox. So I told them, sorry, it is not an appropriate platform for us. They said, why? I told them the reason, because see, if we want to promote our number through billboards, then people will not remember our number while they are passing through the billboards, because 1 second they cannot remember our number. So best option is that we should go with the paper advertisement or radio advertisement, where people will listen continuously. They can have some time to note their our number. So we emphasize on the radio advertisement as well as newspaper advertisement. So we have to understand what kind of business model we are having, what kind of product we are supplying, and who are the customers of our business. According to that, we should develop or we should do our branding activities. This is perfect publicity. As I have already mentioned about Rag Sutra, they had already given their articles in Times of India. But when I joined as a consultant in that company, so again, Times of India came to us and he wanted to publish the article. So I told them, will by at this time will not go with the article, but will go with the interview kind of things. So they asked me why interview, because there are certain question answers are mentioning in this article or in this interview. So I told them, in this interview, I have some messages for your customers. I have some messages for your suppliers. I have some messages for your competitors. I want to convey certain messages to your competitor. I want to convey certain messages to your supplier, because we want to get some good responses from all these people. So it was completely drafted article when it was published in Times of India, right? So it is a perfect publicity kind of method. You also can do the same thing in brand building process. Again, it is some drafted in the publicity article in Times of India of my one customer. The company name is Orangotech. They are into textile digital printing machinery by their own name, Orange Group, right? So they asked me, let me Parimal have our interview or our article in Divya Bhaskar. It is a good platform, but let's start with Times of India. See, because our customers are on that level where they prefer that our advertisement should start with Times of India. That's why we started our giving articles in Times of India and then gradually moved to other newspapers, local newspapers. So perfect publicity, you have to understand that who are my customers, what is their state of mind, what they have concern and thought process for our products or our businesses or for our company. And according to that, we have to develop the perfect publicity. Right. So now we are gradually moving on how to build ourselves as a brand. So are you a personal brand? How many of you do you think that you are a brand? People consider you as a brand. Can anyone tell me that you think about yourself, you are a brand? I'm expecting certain names. I hope. Okay, not getting any responses. Okay, so I consider that you are in the process to develop yourself as a brand. Of course, you are a good human being, but you are in the process. That's why you are not mentioning that I'm not a personal brand. But I firmly believe that you all are brand. So brand means trust. Brand means trust. Can anyone define how brand is means trust? Can anyone write in chat box how brand means trust? How? How brand means trust? Can anyone write in the chat box for an example? For an example, let's have some example. If you just assign some work to your friend or your some famous person or a person whom you know very well, and if that person doesn't fulfill his commitment, brand is made by experience. Definitely, brand is made by experience. Amazing! I must clap for you, gentlemen. Brand is made by experience. A new quote for me. BM is a brand for knowledge sharing. Great. And this gives us one of the good saying. We buy a branded product because we trust that the product will be of good quality if required. We'll get good proper support. Amazing. Brand is made by the value and the culture. Right. You all are right. Now we are talking about as an individual because we also have to develop ourselves as a brand, right? For an example, if you have assigned some work to your somebody and that person is not fulfilling the commitment what he has given to you, will you give the work again to that person? I think so. The answer will be no. The reason that trust is broken. Some people have mentioned in the chat box that because we have that trust in that brand, that if something goes wrong with the product what we buy, we'll get a good support or we'll get a good response for our problems because we have that good trust in that. The same thing we have to develop in ourselves. People should have that trust in you. If once that trust is broken, you are finished, you are vanished. So you have to keep efforting to build trust that people should have trust in you day by day. Increase, it should be increasing. These are two gentlemen, two famous people, Sonu Sood and Ratan Tata. I think so across India, we all have a good respect for these two people. And Sonu Sood, he had just earned this name or earned this trust in a very short span, right? The reason he started helping the people and the Ratan Tata, this gentleman is doing the same thing continuously. He has been doing. If I tell you the name of Amir Khan, undoubtedly he is a good actor. But shall we trust on him? Shall we trust on this actor? Probably no. Answer will no. Some will say yes, some will say no. If I take the name of Raj Kundra, just 2 months before, what would be the image of that person? He's a very famous entrepreneur and industrialist. But now, if someone takes the name of Raj Kundra, what happened? He has lost his image. How does perception play a role in branding? Okay, there is this question: how does perception play a role in branding? The perception definitely comes to about your activities, how you perform. People are just observing you, or observing your behavior, or observing your product, or observing your services, how you are delivering. And according to that, they are just imaging or they are just building a perception about you in their mind. And that is actually brand. right? So if I was on that point, that Raj Kundra, just if we took his name 2 months before, then we all will saying that he is a very gem kind of person. He is an industrialist, so blah blah blah. And now if we take the name of Raj Kundra, what happened? We do not have respect for that person. Probably some months before or 6 months ago, if we took a name as an inspirational person, as a Bill Gates, we all respected that person. But after when he took divorce with his wife, many people just dropped the trust from that person. Now they are not, inspiring by that person. It doesn't mean that he is not a good person. It doesn't mean that he is not a good person, but brand means trust. People, and once you are a public figure, people, you are famous, then you must maintain this quality across means all the time. How to develop the trust? Can anyone tell me how to develop the trust? How we can develop trust in us? Very simple question, I think. So you can get, I can get very good answers. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm getting good answers. Your actions will set up your brand value. Good. Definitely, because people are just imaging about you according to your actions. Absolutely correct, Mr. Kumar. You're absolutely correct. Any other answers? Okay. So help others. If we start helping people, the people whom we are helping, they will have trust in us, right? Thinking and perception. Okay, you are also right, Shivani. So as just we were talking about Sonu Sood, he started helping people. Now people got trust. If I have some problems, if I go to Sonu Sood or Ratan Tata, definitely this person will help. The only thing is that that person should have trust on me. I must be genuine. If I'm genuine, then definitely he will help me. So we trust on this person, fulfill the commitments, the experience you are right, Chandris Chauhan, definitely fulfilling the commitments, the experience you offer to others from your actions, definitely. 100% you are right. Because whatever experiences people get from our actions, through our actions, they develop some image about us in their mind, and that is absolutely that's the biggest instrument in creating trust. Honesty, quality, attitude towards the things. Okay, you all are right. Now help others. If we help others, we are increasing trust in us. If we make friends, see, to make friends is not an easy process. See, it was a very famous Tade Mitro song made પેલું કે ગપ્પા વાળા બહુ બધા મળે બટ જે સુખ દુઃખમાં સાથ રહે તે લાગતું નહીં. So to make friends again, you have to develop your attitude or your behavior in a way that people should have trust in you. So if you make continuously friends, then definitely there would be more people who can have trust in you. Give time. If you give time to your employee, if you give time to your products, or if you give time to your anything, then definitely trust value will be increased. If you give some time to your customers, the person who is coming to your showroom and you are giving time to that customer, that trust will be increased definitely. Give respect, like Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan says everyone with "aap kaise ho." He never use the word "tum." So he always give respect, and because of that respect, people trust in that person. Fulfill your commitment. The same thing we had also seen in the chat box. And be punctual. These are the certain qualities. If we work on these qualities, we develop trust about us by in people's mind to the relationship you build while being with you. That's amazing. So once trust is developed, what is the advantage? Let's go through. What is the advantage if we get if we are successful in developing trust? So once we set trust in people's mind, your trust will increase faith in you. And faith in you will create more values about you. And more values about you will create impressive image of yours. Very simple. Your trust will increase faith in you. Faith in you will create more values about you. More values about you will create an impressive image of yours. Let's have some examples. These two gentlemen, are hosting, means they host KBC. Amitabh Bachchan is still hosting. But there was a one time when he was replaced by Shahrukh Khan, but he was not uh, assigned for the next year. And again, Amitabh Bachchan came from the next year. Reason? Can anyone tell me? Shahrukh Khan was doing it 100%. He was doing good, but people liked Amitabh Bachchan. The reason? Can anyone tell me the reason? Why Amitabh Bachchan replaced Shahrukh Khan again? And he is still continuing the KBC. The reason, respect people, people will owe to you. See, he was communicating ordinary people in a that kind of, means what we say that that show, reality show, right? It is a reality show. Shahrukh Khan was demonstrating himself in a very natural way, but Amitabh Bachchan was demonstrating in a very respectful way. So he continues to respect people, and people now started owing to him. So if you give respect to others, you will definitely get respect. So again, it is a beautiful process in brand building. We have to understand. Many of times we see that people forget this quality of this skill. Sometimes we see we become angry on our employee, we become angry on our customer, sometimes we become angry on our supplier. Why you are not providing this qualities, this kind of materials in time, or the quality what you delivered me last time is now not good. See, it is okay, but it doesn't mean that you should lose the respect to that person. If we maintain this quality within us, I think so. Result of trust building is the respect you earn. That we have to earn. You're right, Midul Kumar. You are absolutely correct. That we have to earn. That we have to earn. So if we respect people, definitely you will earn that respect. Another thing, amazing captains, best target chasers. These two cricketers have given amazing cricket matches to India. But if I ask you one question, for which cricketer you have more respect, then what will be the answer? Both are undoubtedly, even Virat is again amazing cricketer, and undoubtedly Dhoni is as well. But this question is asked to you that for which cricketer we have more respect, then what will be the answer? Probably, I think so. Probably, most of you would be answering me that, of course, MS Dhoni, because he's very cool, right? The same answer, I think so. Dhoni. Nimil Bakshi is saying that Dhoni. Of course, many of you would be just sharing the same answer. The reason, see, aggressive, one is aggressive, and another is cool and calm. See, whatever we are demonstrating on the field, we are creating our image, and we are creating our brand. We are creating or we are presenting ourselves as a brand. So you have to be very much clear about how image you want to develop in others' mind, right? So according to you have to perform. So if you are on the same process, you know that what you want to perform, how you want to perform, means you know that how you want to create an image about yourself, and then you will see the amazing results in people's mind. People will have respect for you. People will have some good impressions about yourself or about you. Continuous upgradation is a part of image building. Virat Kohli, look at his average. In 2015, he was having a test. It is a test average. So he was having an average of 33 points. And he jumped into 2016 to 80.33 runs. And then 2017, again, he reached to 81.63. And gradually he increases test average. So you have to continuously upgrade yourself. Here again we have a good example of Firoz Alam. He joined Delhi Police in 2011 as a constable, and then now he is an ACP after 10 years. You have to develop yourself continuously, upgraded yourself with upgradation. Either if you are dealing in some business products or you are providing in services, you have to upgrade yourself. If you are not upgrading, people will throw out, and a young force will take place of your business. So you have to continuously upgrade yourself, because it is a part of image building. If you are conscious, if you are serious to create a good image of your, or create a good image, or create a good brand about yourself, then you have continuously upgrade yourself. These are very few, some good examples. He's a very famous chaiwala in Rajasthan. See, you must be passionate about what you do. People should feel that passionate about you. If you are not passionate, no, people will not be attached with you because you are not passionate. You are just doing your business. Your passion should be reflected while you are approaching people. Either it can be your employee, it can be your customers, it can be your supplier. And once that passion is reflected through you, people will be mad for you, mad behind you. He's a chaiwala in Rajasthan. See how he has groomed himself. He is a very simple kind of chaiwala. The same thing is MBA chaiwala in Ahmedabad. Mr. Bilore in Ahmedabad. MBA means Mr. Bilore Ahmedabad. This young boy is from Mr. Praful Bilore. He wanted to do his MBA, but he couldn't. Then he started his business, Chaiwala, and now he's a very famous. He has become a billionaire. But still, he is doing his business with an amazing passion. And these Mr. I have forgotten his name, is Mr. Jadhav in Ahmedabad. He's a very famous rickshawala in Ahmedabad. You must have an experience with this rickshawala. You'll be amazed. Then rickshawala bhi aisa kabhi ho sakta hai. Definitely, you must be passionate about what you do. So your passion will reflect your energy, your what I will say. People would like to work with you all the time. This is an amazing quality we all should have, or we all should develop in ourselves. Then, because of this quality, people will always like to connect with us, and that is a journey. Because see, if people like to connect this with us continuously, I mean consistency will always be there, and consistency will always be there means you are brand consistent. See, these both are. This is a picture of Anand movie in 1971. Amitabh Bachchan was a struggling brand, rising brand, and Rajesh Khanna was established brand. He was a superstar, but over the period he couldn't maintain the qualities what he was having, and he just fell down from the position what he was having. And Amitabh Bachchan risen like superstar. So you have to understand, you have to maintain the qualities. If you are on the top, your single mistake will make you or will fall you down. So you have to be very much conscious while you are on the top. See, lesson for buddy entrepreneurs. Very famous. It was a photograph in all the medias. It was published on very famous program that Narayan Murthy, a legendary Narayan Murthy, just bestowed to Ratan Tata. No matter how rich you become, be humble and never forget your culture. See, all these things, whatever I am saying, this is all about developing your personal brand or developing your personal image in people's mind. Okay, what see you as per your, what people see as per their need? If you just read newspaper, what people see or what people read in newspaper? Can you give me the answer? What people read? Okay, there is one question. Can you please elaborate the elements of decision making while creating a brand value and why one must not be judgmental? See, if someone is judgmental, that is not in our hand, right? But you also have to be very much conscious. You must have, you have to be very much clear with what object you started your business and what you want to deliver. Once that is clear, your entire efforts or your entire endeavors in that direction only. So now, can anyone tell me the answer of, if we read the newspaper, what people try to read out of that newspaper? We all read newspaper in the morning. People read some people read certain things, some people read certain things. Okay, headlines. Okay, ads, their interest area. Shivani is saying very right. Their interest area, right? Let's go through it. Another answer, ads and headlines. Okay, let me go through. Some take interest in politics. They read the political news. Some take in business news. What kind of business news are in that newspaper? Some take in entertainment, which new movies are, which are, what is the story of Salman Khan or blah blah blah, right? Some take in advertisement, what kind of advertisements are in that newspaper. Some take in editorial, which are the good articles in that newspaper. Some take in classifieds, okay. Some take in tenders, which tenders are now published because I do my business with some such kind of tenders or through this kind of tenders. Some take in matrimonial. If my son is on that level that I am just looking for a good bride or a good bride for him, so definitely I will take interest in matrimonial news, right? So newspaper is the same, but readers take the news out of that newspaper differently. The same thing, your products are same, your business is same, but different customers, different vendors will consider you as per their perception. So you never need to bother about what people think about you. You have to think about you, what you want, what you think about you is more important. Because if you are clear what kind of image you want to develop in people's mind, then your endeavors in that direction only, that how you want to create that impression in people's mind, right? You must be clear what you want to show. This is a famous, well, I think so many of you would have seen Hollywood movies. It is a Metro Goldwyn Mayer, a very famous Hollywood producer, filmmaker company. So while the movies of that production company, you see, so that there is a lion who roars while movie starts, right? But when we just go and back to that part, we can see that how that line is tied up. But people just understand that that line is roaring. So you must be clear what you want to show. The same thing nowadays these politicians are doing. They show to us what they want to show to us. It can be any political party. It can be any political party. So the same thing we should adopt in our practices. Either we are doing job or we are doing business or we are providing services. We must be clear what you want to show or what you want to reveal. So your efforts will be very much focused in the way what you want to create an impression about you or your business in others' mind. With advisor, see now you are having so many thoughts in your mind, but once you hire an advisor, a consultant, or a mentor, your mind will be focused that in which direction you should ahead, right? And there is a very fantastic quote which I like all the time. ऐसा जीवन जियो कि अगर कोई आपकी बुराई भी करे तो कोई उस पर विश्वास न करे. I thank to BMA Baroda Management Association for this amazing opportunity. Nimil ji, Mr. Nimil, Mr. Chirag Sutar, CA Paramdoshi, who gave me this opportunity, who kept trust in me that I could deliver my best thing to you all. I hope that I have fulfilled the expectations what you had while you joined this program. I think so. I have cleared how you can build your impression or how you can create your image in people's mind. Thank you so very much, all the friends or dignitaries. Thank you so much. You can ask me if you have any questions.
Thank you, Parimal sir. It was very nice presentation, and we can say that your image is a brand speaker and encouraging the coach, and especially for young entrepreneurs like Param Doshi and me, you have shown us very good path where we can progress. We have a lot of
Pleasure of mine.
questions. We have a lot of questions. We'll take one by one.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah. First question we have: does brand will differ from need, comfort, and luxury?
Sorry, can you repeat this question again?
Does brand will differ for need, comfort, and luxury groups? Like three. Basically, we can classify three groups:
Okay.
need, comfort, and luxury.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
does brand will differ?
Correct. So Samsung is definitely a mobile. They are having a mobile of the range of more than 1 lakh rupees. They are selling the mobile of around 10 to 15,000. So it is definitely differs. You have to understand what kind of people. Let me give a small example. Raj Sutra, I was telling about him. See, they are selling very luxurious sarees. Means the sarees, the range of that sarees are starting range is 10,000, right? So when they started their first sale, so owner of that sale, matlab the second generation of that showroom is Mr. Krunal. So Krunal was asking Mr. Parimal bhai, we are not getting good crowd in our showroom. So I told him, Krunal bhai, we are like Apple Store. In Apple Store, we have very limited editions where we have very limited products. So very few people will come and enter into our showrooms because we have created an impression in people's mind that we are a little bit luxurious brand. We are a little bit luxurious than any other Lehman kind of brands. So we'll not everyone will enter into our showroom, but very few people will enter into our showroom. But whichever customer enter into our showroom, they have a capacity to buy our products. They will probably buy more products, whatever cost that product is having. So definitely it differs from mid to luxury. You have to define. Sometimes affordable luxury, it is a new version of luxury and mid terms. Affordable luxury. While some sees, and sometimes while Apple is going to launch their his new generation mobile, so you will see the full page advertisement. Now our mobile phone is available at so and so price. Means luxury at affordable prices. So you can, it is definitely different. You have to identify, you have to think about how you want to differentiate.
Okay, that's a really great
Hello.
answer, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Chirag, just a moment.
Yeah.
Yes. So, sir, sorry for interrupting, but from what we just discussed regarding how we can differentiate like branding between amongst comfort, necessity, and luxury.
Correct.
So, like for example, I would like you to discuss if you have heard of this. There was this example of Tata Nano.
Hmm.
So when it was introduced, when it was launched, it was being launched as a 1 lakh rupees car. But so basically, Tata was trying to promote it as a product which everyone can afford, even
Correct.
for those who cannot afford a car. But when it was actually launched, there was not much response. I mean, the response was quite slow because a lot many people were also mistaking that like ease of access or affordability for lower quality.
Correct.
So probably if you would like to throw some light on that.
There were two major reasons why you go for automobile particularly. So first of all, particularly, especially when we go for car buying, then the look of that car must be amazing, stunning, rather I say. So that look of that car was not up to the mark. Even that was for the middle class or lower middle class. So when that company was lacking, and the second part, as you had mentioned that lower category kind of products was the spare parts were used in that car that was not up to the mark as it was expected, and because of that reason, the owners of those cars needed to go the workshops or the mechanic man to repair that car again and again. So lower middle class and middle class people cannot afford to go again and again to this kind of workshops or garage walas. So this kind of, because of these reasons, that car couldn't sustain into the market. Though it was an amazing car, it is a very affordable car.
Okay, that was, I think, Param, we got our answer. We'll take our next question, and it is kind of a requirement from entrepreneurs, we can say that. What is the roadmap of small companies to make their own brand?
What is the roadmap?
What is the suggested roadmap for small companies to make their brand?
Okay. Very utmost important for a small company. See, you have to do your own SWOT analysis thoroughly. What strengths you are having, what weaknesses you have, which can create some threats for you because you have to overcome those threats. And you have to do the SWOT analysis of the market as well. And you have to match where you are lacking. And once it is completed, now it is clear, then you will start your journey. Even the bigger companies also start their, as I think so Paramji asked, because once upon a time, see how this SWOT analysis can help us. Once upon a time, Ratan Tata was just traveling through his car and he showed that there were four people traveling on the bike, that there was a small family, and again it was a rainy season, so all they were just becoming wet. So he found it that let me introduce a budget car, affordable car where this kind of family also could start. So he analyzed the need, and they were able to start provide this kind of things. But again, certain things they left, they forgotten to provide, because the middle people or the lower people always think about, they are very much conscious about the cost or after cost sales service. So it was lacking in that. So because of that, you have, see again, let me explain another example, small example of Coca-Cola, how that company started. Means it is a big company, it is a multinational company. Once upon a time, they found that Pepsi is not our biggest rival. See, Pepsi is not our biggest rival. Then they started doing survey across India, and they found that if I just come to your home, what will you offer to me? You will offer me tea or coffee. Sorry, thanda ya garam. So if I say thanda, so what will you offer? You will never offer me you will never serve me a Coca-Cola. You will serve either limbu sarbat, or you will serve buttermilk or cocoa or any some cold drink which is available at home, right? So they found there is a huge scope to develop our products or to sell our products at home, and they started with the campaign Thanda Matlab Coca-Cola, and they started taking that actress, what her name, Alia Bhatt. The guests are coming at her home, and she is serving Coca-Cola, Thanda Matlab Coca-Cola. A small company, any small company, you understand your strengths and weaknesses thoroughly. If you do not have that knowledge, just ask some your near and dear buddies, please help me to identify my this SWOT analysis, and then just have a SWOT analysis of market, and then just try to match this SWOT analysis where which things are lacking, try to fulfill that lacking, and then just start your journey. You will get some good results.
Okay, sir. We have a next question. It is about IPRs, intellectual property rights. So, what exactly is the role of IPRs in brand building, and how we can make or leverage IPRs?
See, whether you are a small company or a big company, you must be aware you are not doing any copy paste from available resources. See, like you have seen the Teox or any other brands with whom I am working. I never used to have some any content from the Google or anywhere else. I always believe in creating my own or composing my own content. The reason I do not want that after some period, if I'm not with that company should have some troubles. Even see, we have some bigger visions or we have some big goals, and we have started with a small. That is okay, but we have to very much conscious about that over the period. Now we are established. Like I tell you, let me tell you an example of that. Manikchand. Manikchand was a very famous means bade log unche log unchi pasand. They started that masala gudkhan, right? But many years before that, Malik Chand was also existing in the market, and that Malik Chand shoot a case on that Mani Chand, and that company won. And then after Mani Chand won, needed to change his name, RMD, Rasikchand Manichand Dhariwal, Rasiklal Manichand Dhariwal. So you have to be very much conscious about the IPR, because we all have big dreams, we all have big desires, we all have big vision, and definitely we'll achieve those visions and those dreams. So we have to. I will tell you, we have to take our decision accordingly. In future, no one should challenge our company or our brand. Even if you want to take a music, you must buy the music. You should not use a royalty free music. You should buy, so you can have right to use that music forever, because in a years ahead or in days ahead, this kind of problems will take more place in our India.
Thank you, sir. Now, this is one important question for all those who are involved in brand building and all those who will be involved in brand building after your wonderful session. That how do you balance building a good brand versus the cost of building that brand? For example, how much we are spending or how much we are investing. So how do we decide or the balance between the two?
Okay, see, balancing is always the biggest task, because sometimes we see that some people rise or some brands rise suddenly, and suddenly that brand fall down. So to balance, we have to balance everything. We have to balance our suppliers, we have to balance our customers, we have to balance our employees, we have to balance our products, we have to balance our services, we have to balance the quality of products, we have to balance our methodology. If we make any single mistakes, then definitely everything will be disturbed. Number two, spending of money. It is depending upon your budget. It is depending upon you, how much you want to spend. I always suggest, please do not go with the higher budget. If your company or if you are having a good budget, then it's okay. But so start with small. Once you get confidence that you are getting good results, then and then only you go with a bigger spending. Otherwise, I do not recommend any small companies to spend more money. See, आज के ज़माने में ऐसा concept है, पहला पैसा फेंको, खर्चों के brand बनाओ, तो अपने business मिलेगा. See, that is okay, but I have seen many brands collapsing with the same philosophy. I think so. We Indian people have a very clear-cut mindset. Start with small, just strengthen our position, and then start growing accordingly. And I firmly endorse this philosophy. If you have enough money, if you do not need to answer, if you are just spending 1 crore and you are not getting a single response out of that money, but you are not affected, then spend 1 crore. Otherwise, please do not. Otherwise, do not spend even 1 lakh of this. The money you should spend behind advertisement, which are absolutely not affected to your routine life, then you should spend. That is, I firmly believe.
Thank you, sir. That answered a lot of our questions. I think we have one last question, if time permits. There's a question from Mitul Bhai, that how do we decide when exactly we should go for a dedicated branding exercise?
Once your goal is clear, once you are desperate to achieve your goal, then you should start. That is the right thing. That is the right thing. Geo had started his operations in 2000 since 2008 or 9, but he started coming when he started when he started branding, when he came into the market. So once now you are clear with your goals, you should start branding. It can be with the small exercises, it can be with a big exercise. Depending upon you, depending upon your money, depending upon your team, it depends person to person, case to case. But if your goal is not clear, do not spend a single penny. Do not spend. Because I have seen many people. Suppose I am a reputed retail outlet in Surat and I'm spending the money and I'm getting good response. My competitor will also do the same thing and they are not getting good result. They are just following me. They are not having a vision. I am having vision. They are just following me. So if you have a vision, if you have a goal, then you can start immediately. Definitely. You can take a risk even. I can say rather.
Thank you so much, sir. I think all of our questions have been answered.
Yes.
So I must say that this was really a very wonderful session. And for all those entrepreneurs, for all the professionals and everyone out there, I think this is a very important topic. Because, you know, in today's times, we have this notion, jo dikhta hai, wahi bikta hai. So now the question is, how do you show yourself? Dikhana kaise hai? And that exactly is what sir focused on. It was really a wonderful session, and I think brand building is not something which is only for new firms or new companies. For from my own experience, I can say that I'm working with a firm which is almost 60 years old, and even in today's times, we find that the brand and image that we had before, now we really need to change that because the market has changed. So definitely, sir has given a wonderful session on how exactly you should position yourself, how your image becomes your brand. Thank you so much, Parimal sir, for sparing your valuable time and for enlightening us on this. Thank you, Chirag Bhai, for conducting the session smoothly. Thank you, BMA President Deepak sir and Nimil sir, for giving us these kind of talks every Friday and enlightening all of us. Thank you, and thank you to all the participants for attending.
Thank you so very much, BMA team. The special thanks to Nimil Bakshi, Chirag Subha, Param Doshi, and all the participants who gave me this opportunity and who you listen me continuously for more than 1 hour. You can contact me at any time. Nimil Bakshi can give my number to you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much. Should I leave now?
Yes, sir. I think Nimil, sir, if you have anything to say.
No, Parimal cannot live because he's a brand coach. He has he has left many impression about the branding, and reason for inviting Parimal, because me and Parimal are very good friend of Jesse since last 15 years, and reason for Parimal to invite not as a good speaker or trainer, believe me, he's even though before we both are not speaker, not trainer, we are the good people and good to speak, right? But the main purpose to invite the Parimal, that one day moment in the WhatsApp group, I have started to send this advertisement of every almost alternate about this tea or slogan, sometimes tagline, and something like Amul. Then I all of a sudden realized about the Parimal. Oh, once Parimal, my friend, has like given the Midas touch to the Surti Lala company, and the way he has promoted, you just imagine 250 gram 500 યાર પેકિંગમાં હવે મળશે ચા એમાંથી આખું totally you have changed the scenario of the brand Antiox, and that's the reason that since last 1 year, in fact, I say sorry in front of all the public that Parimal, I have invited you 1 year late, but yes, there say Durasai, you are there in my list. But one moment, if permit, I wish to invite the Parimal. And at the same time, Parimal, you will very happy being a friend that this CA Param and Chirag Sutar is the new brand at BMA to run the FET show, because I am running this show since last 1 decade. Deepak Bhai also there with me, president, is an attendees part. So we both together that provide many kind of talks, speakers, various things. But how you will see that CA Param is a just 25, 26 old guy, and this is the only sixth or seventh FED, and the confidence I can see. So we both, I must congratulate to CA Param as well as Chirag Sudhar, showing the fantastic approach and synchronization to run the mega marathon show, which is very old and popular, not only in Baroda. It is one kind of show, it's never stopped, even in pandemic. That's the reason many time I say कि वैक्सीनेशन की वजह से लोग रुक गए, रेमडेसिविर से रुक गए, ऑक्सीजन से रुक गए, मास्क की वजह से रुक गए, लेकिन वायरस एफईटी को नहीं रोक सका, वो कंटिन्यूसली चलता है. Very highly intellectual person. I have noticed this question, and I know Mitul Bhai is there. Then definitely flooded question is possibility. So thanks, Mitul Bhai. Uh, at the same time, I can see my colleague, Mr. KG Sa, Honorable Secretary, is also there. Obviously, our senior most person, and right now, President at Vadodara Ocean Council, Mr. Jagdish Shukla is there. And also I can see one of the very good friend, which is brand affected person, Parimal. It's a very interesting personality. One person is handling the Ericsson, which is the global brand in Baroda in networking side installation of mobile communication. Now he's heading Reliance Jio in Baroda for technology part. Just because of your talk show, Ramesh told me, and we discussed with I discussed with the Ramesh that how you feel. Earlier, you are with the Ericsson, which is the very top global brand. Entire system is by Ericsson in India. Ericsson, Nokia, and all of the big brand. And now with Reliance Jio, with the way Jio has entered into market, established the brand, he's more popular now because of Jio, because it's a local brand. But yes, Parimal Dil Mange more. It is our rule that we can invite one speaker for one talk in a year. So shall you permit us that Chirag or Param can round the circle in 2022 for with another topic? तो मैं बंद करूंगा टॉक, क्योंकि
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
बटन मेरे हाथ में है जूम का, इसीलिए. Okay. Thank you Parimal.
Thank you, Nimil. Once
Thanks
again,
a lot.
I hope I have fulfilled the complete expectations with what you had invited me.
Yeah,
And
sure.
at last, I would conclude with my one very famous quote: "जो दिखता है वो बिकता है." That is an outdated idea. जो बार बार दिखता है वही बिकता है.
Absolutely, sir.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank
with
you.
this, I leave.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.